It's the country's #1 RVing radio show, sponsored by RVTravel.com, with your host, Alan Warren, the RV Wingman.
All right, so here I go again preaching to the choir, but I got to say it. As an admin on some 50-plus group pages on Facebook, it just kills me to see so much bickering and arguing and nastiness. I mean, what's the deal? You know, I generally end this show by saying, don't leave your good manners at home, but sometimes I got to wonder if some people ever learned good manners. From idiots in a campground to internet know-it-alls, it seems like, at least to me, that there's some kind of a groundswell of nastiness among people. People that should get along, but they don't, and I, for one, don't like it. I'll show you how stupid I am. About 25 years ago, when that purple dinosaur named Barney, remember him? When Barney was on TV, my little daughter, she learned please and thank you and yes and not yeah. And anyway, I told you you probably think I'm an idiot. Sadly, though, too many RVers have forgotten, or maybe they never learned some of the real basics of how to get along with other people. And today, please and thank you seem to be less common than ever. Does anybody listening, anybody watching, remember this?
We're talking about please and thank you. They're called the magic words. If you want nice things to happen, they're the words that should be heard. Remember, please and thank you, 'cause they're the magic words.
Use them in the morning, at noon, and night, 'cause it's a great way to be polite.
Please and thank you, they're the magic words.
Go ahead and laugh. I probably laughed too when a purple dinosaur was teaching kids something that was ingrained in me when I was a little kid, not from a dinosaur, but from my mom and dad. And I taught my daughter, please and thank you, and look people in the eye when they're talking to you. Today at 26, our graphics girl, my baby, she takes her manners with her everywhere she goes. Am I bragging? Well, yes, I am. Evidently, I think that a lot of people today need another purple dinosaur of sorts or something. I'm serious. You people watching on Facebook, you people who want to pick a fight, prove how right you are and how wrong everybody else is, I have a message for you. If you can't play nice, then find another Facebook group to play in, to criticize and bully and put people down in. Make your snarky comments. Can people disagree? Absolutely. But you know what? There's a right way and a wrong way to do it. So, yes, we're going to be doing some purging. I do try and take the high road. But you know what? No matter how hard I try, somebody's going to try and bait me. Somebody's going to try to bait somebody else into an argument. I call them the great destroyers. People who only think of themselves, who can't for the life of them see the world through somebody else's eyes. I recently said that most folks are good. Only about 5% are the real troublemakers. Man, did I offend some people. They said, 5%? Are you crazy? Man, it's a lot worse than that. And I hate to hear people think that. So what's all this got to do with RVing and camping? Well, the short answer is everything. There seems to be 3 distinctly different camps of RVers. One camp is primarily made up of folks who they get it. They understand the unwritten code of conduct, of respect for others. They're the ones who respect quiet time in a campground, turn down their music, turn their bright lights off at bedtime so their neighbors aren't kept up all night. They keep their dog on a leash, they pick up its poop, they pick up their trash, they help other people, even complete strangers. And you know why they do it? Because that's what they do. Then there's another camp made up of people that they're here for the party. It's all about them. Rules? What rules? Not for them. They paid their money, and by God, they're going to do whatever they want. And guess what? They do. It's like they want to see what they can get away with, how far they can push things. So who's in this third group? Well, those folks who do want to fit in a campground, those that do want to learn the do's and don'ts in terms of campground behavior. As RVers, if we can reach that third group, those people that do want to fit in, that do want to learn, we can help ensure that please and thank you are not a thing of the past. So where am I going with this? If you are on one of our Facebook group pages and you can't play nice, if you are simply hell-bent on being the loudest, smartest, most critical human being in the crowd, you nitpick everything to pieces, we're going to ban you. No warning, no explanation, no nothing. There are so many wonderful people who just sit back and shake their heads. They know exactly what I'm saying, but for some reason they're afraid to say anything. You know what? I'm afraid to not say something. And I think it's a real problem. In terms of RVers and RV dealers and manufacturers, there are issues, folks. There are. And there are no easy fixes either. But I'll tell you this, being a cyber bully, being a destroyer, being a campground creep is not good for anyone. All you good people out there, please don't just sit back and watch things go to pot in a campground. Say something. Be thoughtful, but say something. If you're afraid to say something to the campground bully, then tell the management. Don't just do nothing. Is it stupid for me to think that, like Barney said 25 years ago, that please and thank you are still the magic words, that good manners still matter? If we are so quick to attack people, to criticize them, pick them apart, how can we ever expect the RV industry to do a better job at helping the consumer, helping us? There's a right way and a wrong way to handle confrontation. I want to encourage everybody to try and take the high road whenever possible, but don't just sit back and say nothing. If you're a newbie or if you're interested in RVing, it is the greatest thing I know of to bring families together. It really is. And there are so many great people, complete strangers that you will meet in a campground that will help you. You just got to find them. My advice, when you run into a social media bully, ignore them, or better yet, block them, ban them. Focus on the good people. There are more good folks at RV and camp than the ones that I've been talking about. As always, I want to hear what you have to say. Post it in the comments, or even better, leave me a voicemail 24/7 at 1-330-WINGMAN. That's 1-330-WINGMAN.
Well, I remember that song, and to me, I still think that please and thank you are the magic words. And I know that I'm only 26, but I see that lack of manners and the lack of respect with young people my age. And I see it with the kids that I'm starting to teach. And I hate to say it, but it really bothers me.
It bothers a lot of us, honey. And it makes us worry about the future. I can only hope that we can get those people in the middle to come our way and not take the easy road. You know, it's so easy to be ugly and nasty and hateful. I know. I'm really good at it.
Yeah, you are.
Well, you know, I'm telling you that afterwards, almost always, though, I regret doing what I did.
But it's hard to not get mad and snap at people.
You are right. And that's what I'm saying. It takes practice. Like I say, if you wouldn't say it to somebody's face at church, don't say it online.
Well, we got a lot of people that are wanting to know about our guest for the After the Show show.
All right, we have our friend from Cheyenne Camping Center on. He's going to be discussing those ESPs, those extended service plans, Good Sam extended service plans. If you have one, you need to listen to our conversation. It all begins in just a few minutes. By the way, our next RV Ed class is right around the corner. It has to do with campground etiquette. You know, proper behavior in the campground, from newbies who definitely will benefit from attending to experienced RVers. We'd love to have everybody join us. It's fun, it's free, and it's at all 7 RV station locations in Texas.
And that's going to happen on Wednesday, July the 10th, starting at 6 p.m. Central Time. And after the class on campground etiquette, there's going to be an open Q&A session where you can ask all the people at RV Station any question that you'd like. So if you'd like to RSVP, it's really easy to do. Go to the RVShowUSA.com, thervshowusa.com, and click on RV Ed classes.
By the way, I have a word of caution for everybody listening. This week on our Texas RV Camping group page, somebody posted about going to an RV park. They plugged into a pedestal, and because the pedestal was wired wrong, he lost between $8,000 and $9,000 in electronics. And what's worse, he said the RV park isn't going to cover it. His insurance isn't going to cover it either. It turns out he did not have a surge protector. I see folks all the time, most of the time, that don't have a surge protector. If you don't have one, you are taking a gamble every single time you plug into a pedestal. If you'd like to get more information on electrical issues or on surge protectors or anything electricity related to your RV, my advice for your best resource is Mike Sokol. Now, Mike he's an electrical genius. He really is. He's an RVer, and he's a writer for RV Travel. That's the newsletter that you hear me mentioning all the time.
And I got a link in the live stream if any of our viewers want to subscribe. It is free. And if you're listening on one of our radio station affiliates, go to rvtravel.com/radio.
All right, I think that's going to wrap up the hour. Thanks to Diana at Grand Lake RV Resort in Oklahoma, to our friends Jerry and Jeannie Cadre, RV Nana and her team at PPL, and to you. Thanks to you for making us number one. Until next week, I'm Alan Warren, the RV Wingman, watching out for you and reminding you, don't leave your good manners at home. So long, everybody.